Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to our channel. My name is Daniel, and in this video, I want us to talk about some of the common mistakes people do make after winning a DV lottery. In fact, the first and most important thing that you should know before even applying for the DV lottery is to check whether you qualify to participate in that green card process. Either you can qualify through the right education level, or you can qualify through the right work experience as it is required and spelled out in the application form. Remember, if you had indicated during the DV lottery application that you qualify through education, when filling your DS260 form, you must indicate your levels of education starting from the highest to the lowest, and be ready to certify your high school certificate and produce it during your DV lottery interview. Without certifying and producing your original high school certificate during the DV lottery interview, you may be denied your visa at that point. And if you qualified through work experience, you must have indicated that you qualified through work experience in your application form. And when you fill the DS260 form, also indicate that you have got 2 years minimum work experience in an occupation or in a job that qualifies under work experience, because it's not all work experience or work occupations that qualifies in the DV lottery. So you must check which kind of job will qualify you in the DV lottery process. Some people also apply the DV lottery as singles, and after winning, they try to add spouses to the application when filling the DS260 form, and sometimes they end up creating the DS260 form for their spouses, and they indicate that they are moving with them to the United States, and yet they were not there in the original DV lottery application. So in this case, if you add a spouse who was not there in the original entry, it may lead to visa denial if you do not have enough evidence to prove to the consular officer that you did not marry because or for the sake of the green card. Here you must have a lot of evidence to support your marriage before your visas are approved. And in some cases, you may be put in 2 separate rooms where you'll be interviewed separately but being asked same question to prove that you know each other and you have been married for some time before before the green card. If you also add a child to your case, and this child was not in the original application, it will be definitely lead to your visa refusal. And at the same time, this one will apply if you add an adopted child to your case without proper adoption documents to prove that you are the right custodian of this adopted child. Some people win the DV lottery as a family, but when filling the DS260 form, they forget filling and submitting the DS260 forms for all the members in the application. So if you had won the DV lottery as a family, make sure that you fill and submit all the DS260 forms for you and your derivatives, and remember to print the DS260 confirmation pages for all of them. because they will be required during your visa interview. The other mistake people make is failing to create a DS-260 form for a newborn baby or child who came along after applying for the DV lottery or after filling the DS-260 forms, or the child was born after receiving your second notification letter and before going for your visa interview. So in this case, if a child is born after winning the DV lottery, make sure you create a DS-260 form for that baby, fill the form and submit the form to KCC. And if you had already submitted your case to KCC, you will need to ask KCC to unlock your DS-260 forms and those of your spouse and add the details of the newborn baby to your forms. So people also opt not to proceed with their green card win as a family because of fear of the finances that are going to be involved, and more so when the visas are likely to be refused. So people fear a lot processing it as a family to minimize the costs and the losses. Others say they cannot proceed as married because of lack of marriage certificates at the time of filling and submitting the DS-260 form, or at the time of applying in the DV lottery. So guys, for your information, if you applied as married and you win, just proceed with your green card as married, and in the process, formalize your marriage and get your marriage certificate before you go for your visa interview. And this one is so common in Kenya, so do not leave your case out. Some others say, I cannot proceed with the green card because I have a young kid or kids, and they think that getting someone to accommodate them in the United States is going to be a problem. So they may think that leaving them behind is a solution. That's not always the truth. What I always advise people is that if you have resources, process your green card as a family, and after getting your visas, let the principal applicant move first to the United States, get a job, work, get an apartment, and after some time, come back for the other members of the family before 6 months are over. For those who say that they cannot proceed with the green card because they have no one living in the United States, nowadays we have people who can give their host details and I-134 for a cost or for free, so do not fear. Finally, for those who say that they cannot proceed with the green card because of their poor high school grades, that is not true. So long as you have the minimum requirement, you can proceed with your case. And for those who lost their high school certificate, make sure that you replace them before going for your DV lottery interview. As long as you have your details, you will always be served and the visa may be given to you if you prove that. And once your visas are approved, guys, be ready to move out of your comfort zone and go start live in a foreign country. That's the United States, either single or with the family, and with the initial challenges, but the challenges will not stay forever. So those are some of the things that I wanted us to share in this video. And for those watching us for the first time and they have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing. To our all subscribers, we thank you for the support you are giving to this channel. May God bless you all. Thank you, and may I see you in our next video. Bye. See you next.